Avengers, assemble. Welcome back to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider following that link in the description below to become an Avenger today by assembling on our Patreon and sponsoring our channel. We have two tiers available, a $3 tier and a $5 tier. At that $5 tier, you become an Avenger Premium member, and you join these other lovely people on the Avenger Memorial Hall of Fame, in addition to monthly comic drops exclusive to premium members. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for... There we go. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for sponsoring our channel. It means a great deal to all of my Avengers. Thank you for making this content possible. So let's get right to it. If you missed our Transformers Q&A video the other day, I'm going to quickly give you a brief update. We are traveling through time. So the Transformers Q&A video that we just did and today's Avengers Q&A video are after all the videos that are coming at you next week. So we've gotten a schedule together. We've moved some videos around because a severe winter storm is hitting Texas. And when it hit last year, we were without power for a week because our governor and our senators and the people who run Texas and the government are all idiots. And so it was a pretty rough week, no power, freezing temperatures, and I wanted to get ahead of that and have content planned, have YouTube planned, still have a schedule going out and videos going out. So we've moved videos around and we've got it forward. So you're seeing this video, but next week we're going back in time. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of jumbled up. So you're going to see kind of a different response versus the topics next week, and that's why it is the way it is. We've just kind of organized it to the best of our abilities to get this going. So Avengers Q&A, we're gonna kind of look at your comments in the Discord and your comments on our videos, and we're gonna run with that for today. So first thing up, do you think Avengers will last into 2023? I think that's an interesting question, just in and of itself. There's a lot of fear when you spend money. You know, you're spending money. It's a tough climate. It's a tough environment right now. Every dollar counts, and trust me, I know. And so you look at it and you want what you purchase to have value. Now, the great thing is Avengers can be bought for as low as $10. So if you spent $10, if you spent $20, I think even if Avengers ends support at the end of 2022, I feel like you got your money's worth. I feel like there's enough value there outside of the marketplace, outside of any other that. I feel like there's value for the $20 or for the $10. That is my legitimate opinion. That's how I feel. I think you got your value in terms of what the game offers there. But so I feel like some of it is, is it worth buying? Should I buy it now? At the prices that it is, yeah, I don't see why not. I don't, even if it ends, even if the last update, if 2022 is the last time they update it, if this year is it, I still think you got value for it. If you're curious for it or whatever, I absolutely think it's worth $20. It's a steal at $10. I would just be, I would just be aware. It's a live service game. These games don't last anyway. They all end. MMOs have come to an end. No matter how much you put a subscription into an MMO, it ends. And you don't get those years back. You don't get that money back that you spent, month and month after month after month on an MMO. You don't get that back. You don't get your marketplace purchases back. When the game's over, it's over. You spend the money you spend, you enjoy what you enjoy, and then you move on. That to me that's a video game in a nutshell. You choose to purchase the game, you spend the time that you spend with it, even if it's a single player game. If you choose to purchase a full price single player game that only lasts 7 hours and you enjoy it, that's all that matters. You spend the money and you're happy with what you spent it on. That's it. That's all that matters. No other validation, no other verification. You don't need anything else. Now, this is an online co-op game. Inevitably, it will die. They all do. It will happen. I mean, very few games have that kind of massive staying power. All you got to do is look at what fails. Look at what fails every single year. Look at how many games fail every single year. They die eventually. How long Avengers lifespan is, there is no way of knowing. There just is no way of knowing. We don't know the revenue it's generating in the marketplace. We don't know the revenue it's generating with sales. Square Enix has not been 100% transparent on that. We simply don't know. We have brief updates and brief notes, when they talk to investors, but we don't have definitive statements. So there's nothing to go on. There's nothing but clickbait, speculation, conspiracy. That's it. Guesswork, rumors. That's it. That's all we got. That's legitimately all we have. There's no great inside source leaking everything on, any nonsense, really. So if you look at it and you go, I like Spider-Man. I'm interested in these characters. This looks fun. I can play with my friends. It's $10. It's $20. And you play it. You like it. That's it. That's it. Check out some videos online or whatever you got going on with you, but if it just looks good to you, enjoy it. This constant, is this game, is this going to be dead this year? Oh, is this the year that this movie bombs? Is this the year that these movies bomb? It's not something that interests me. I just really don't care. That's just that going down that clickbait alley. It legitimately doesn't interest me. I have no desire to be a part of it. Now, based on what I've data mined, they have a ton of characters. So do I want it to last into 2023? Absolutely, because I want those characters. I hope it does. I want Scarlet Witch, and right now it doesn't look like Scarlet Witch is coming in 2022. Everything points to She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, maybe War Machine. Maybe he fits in somewhere. They're working on him a little bit. So I don't know what their plan is with him, but he's maybe 2023, or maybe he comes in, at the tail end of 2022. But definitively, She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, and the Kree Invasion. Those have all been worked on. Those have been pushed heavily. Those are the ones that, if anything, are the next ones out, so to speak. And again, in terms of data mining, obviously we can't know what they're working on if they're, when they're working on it behind closed doors. But in terms of what we can data mine from the game itself, that's what we got to go on. So that's where I base my deduction. That's a full 2022. Hopefully, and now again, we are still in the middle of a crisis in the world. We're still working through a lot in the world. We don't know if things getting shut down, people working from home, slower schedules, harder to get stuff uploaded when you're working from home. Everything takes longer. Hopefully there's no major delays, but overall we got a pretty stacked year. We got a good year. So I'm excited about that. I am. I'm excited for these characters especially, and I'm really excited for Captain Marvel and the Kree Invasion. I'm really, really excited for that. And again, all of that's just based on data mining evidence. That's it. All that's based on data mining and what we find there and putting pieces together. Now, and what that comes for 2023, it's impossible to say. It is. I mean, it's impossible to say. I want it to continue. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll move on. We'll play something else. Which leads us to our next question. What comes after Marvel's Avengers? I don't know if anything does. I really don't. This game, I mean, let's be honest. This game came out of the gate with shit. I mean, I was there at E3 2019. People did not respond well to it. No one responded well to that reveal trailer. I mean, the atmosphere in that room was just like, you could feel it. You could feel the judgment. You know what I'm saying? It did not take off. Avengers was never that. Avengers is not a golden goose. Avengers has not been their golden ticket. Avengers has not been their favorite child. It did not launch like that. It was not received that well. It did not have the standing ovation. It did not have everybody talking afterward. Everybody afterwards talking about, did you see how weird they looked? I mean, that's it. And did you see how clunky it looked? And did you that's it. That's been the discussion around Avengers since it was revealed in 2019. So, I mean, let's be honest about, right out of the gate. I don't know what's next. I don't know if Square Enix is going to want to touch the Avengers name, if they want to take a break. I don't know if there will be a proper Avengers 2, or if they'll, shut down Avengers on PS4 and the Xbox, One, on the last gen consoles, and hopefully it, and let it take full advantage of next gen and kind of have a rebirth or a big re-release and advertisement of, hey, here's next gen, we're really pushing it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Only thing we know for certain is that Square Enix, is that there is a Marvel game in early development at Square Enix. But again, that doesn't mean anything either. I mean, because we got to be real. If Avengers didn't do well, it's possible Square Enix cancels their plans. And then we heard Guardians did well, but we haven't really seen any, any revenue or any talk from investors as of the recording of this video. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I mean, all of this is up in the air because it's all money. It's all money. I could speculate endlessly. I could play devil's advocate, talk about one side. I could play devil's advocate and talk about the other side, and we could go back and forth. There's no clear answer. The only clear answer that you would get is your own perspective. If you have a bias and you want to hear something, you're going to gravitate towards that. If you hate Avengers and you don't understand why other people enjoy it, you're going to hope the game dies, which is really weird, and I hope you find something better to do with your time because it's just a video game. But I mean, ultimately, if you're looking for a bias, you're going to find your bias. That's it. You're going to find your bias. And I just kind of sit back and enjoy things. I mean, they're superheroes, and I like Spider-Man a lot. I really have fallen in love with Spider-Man in Marvel's Avengers. But again, I love Spider-Man, so there you go. He's not on other consoles. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. I'm not holding that against them. I'm still going to enjoy myself. And if you have PlayStation and you like Spider-Man, yeah, for $10, I think it's absolutely worth it. It's fun to play a Spider-Man. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. That's it. The game was not met well right out of the gate, and the press the press around has never been kind to it. Clickbait has not been kind to it. The rumor mill has not been kind to it. That's the boat we're in. So we are in this kind of situation where the future of the Avengers brand, who knows what that's going to look like, or if it's going to be under Square Enix. I don't know. Enjoy the time while you got with the game. Servers stay up. Have fun. That's it. Then another question is, why do you think Avengers gets the hate that it receives? There's two. Okay. So there's one where you reasonably criticism. Okay, you got to fix the bugs. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the bugs sorted. You got to get the game sorted. We need stable release schedules. We need stable content releases. We need like a seasonal plan. We need things like that. We can criticize it. You know what I'm saying? Debate it. Tell Crystal Dynamics, hey, listen, you got to go in this direction. You got to do this. As for like the hate around it, the one thing I could say is that overall, like, I kind of, in terms of the internet, I kind of exist in a vacuum. So like I see the Discord, the DMs, the emails, I have contact with people who play it, interactions with all these people and interactions with everyone, on the channel, but I don't see like crazy hate. I see what I see a lot of in this community are people saying, I love what the game does here, I love so much what the game does, but its release schedule and the bugs, like they've got to, and I respect that and I agree with it. And if you can sit down, you can chat with someone else, and again, we can talk about it, and we can get those things sorted, and we can shine a light on it and let Crystal Dynamics know, like, listen, this is serious. We got to get this sorted. I think that's healthy. That's like focus testing, which again, I'm all about focus testing. I'm all about being honest in terms of criticism. It's when it goes into, oh my God, it's when it goes into the thought of a desire to harm people who like the game or harm people who make the game, that's unhealthy. You need to talk to a therapist. You need serious help. You need something else in your life. You need to get away from the screen. You need to get away from online. If your first thing that you do, if the thing you do the most during the day is you get on Twitter, you get on Reddit, and you complain all day about a video game and you don't experience life, like legitimately, brother, you need help. Like you really, really do. Like this is no bullshit. You need help. You need to talk to a therapist because you need something more in your life. Hating on a game, like that being the thing that drives you, that ain't healthy. You need something more in life. You got to get away from the screen. You got to get away from this. You got to take a fucking step back. But I don't see that in this community. Does it exist on Reddit and Twitter? Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. More so than I see, because again, I live in a vacuum and I don't take part in that. I like to enjoy things. I mean, again, you only live once. Celebrate life. Have fun. Play the game. Don't play the game, but have fun. Enjoy yourself. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. But like to have the idea of like going, why do you like this? This game is terrible. And over and over and over, and that's all you do all day, and that's your online history. I think you need to see a therapist. I think you need fucking help. That's just fucking it. You need help at that point. Like, chill out. Take a fucking step back. You know? There's got to be something else you can talk about online. Or watch porn. Or hell, check out one of the not safe for work Reddits. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a bunch of dirty stuff. Like, if you don't want to see a therapist, I recommend porn. I really do. But again, I highly recommend, above all else, I recommend therapy. I recommend talking to somebody. Let's see. Is it possible that we will see further tie-ins to Marvel properties? You know, I don't think so. I mean, not like directly. Like, this stuff hasn't lined up well at all. We got the Hawkeye show, but we got Kate Bishop and Hawkeye first. We're getting Winter Soldier after Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, we'll continue to get costumes and marketplace shit, but the tie-ins haven't really lined up well. And I could even go for holiday content. Like, a lot of that's been a little disappointing, like in terms of seasonal updates and stuff like that. And all that goes back to Crystal Dynamics. They are not a live service developer. They were not prepared for this. They weren't. They did the best with what they knew and understand of game development and what they understood of game development. And they did the best with kind of copying and pasting the live service idea, especially from Destiny. I see a lot of Destiny in this game. But I mean, they needed better leadership. They're the corporate leaders at Crystal Dynamics. It's not Square Enix. I mean, we've heard all over the place. We've heard from developers. We've had developers tell us, no, Crystal Dynamics is leading the ship. Crystal Dynamics is leading the ship. The leadership at Crystal Dynamics failed. That's what fucking happened. I mean, that's it. That's it. The leadership failed to build up a plan and a proper plan of attack for a live service. That's it. And they developed the best thing that they could. It's got some rough spots, but there is absolutely room for improvement. But I'm right there with you. We need seasonal release schedules. We need 3 heroes a year. In my opinion, I would like to get 4 heroes a year. Spring, summer, winter, fall, 1 each quarter. I want to have a big holiday themed event. I want holiday marketplace costumes. You know what I'm saying? I want the helicarrier to be decorated for that holiday. I want silly stuff like that. I want to, fun, goofy, fun. That's it for me. And I think there's room for improvement, absolutely. And I hope to see them get the chance to improve it. I hope to see the developer get a chance to really find its identity, because I don't feel like Crystal Dynamics have found their identity in this game. You know what I mean? Because it feels a lot of copy and paste. They have great combat, but that combat that's only one part of it. You know what I mean? There is room for improvement. There is room to make a big, bold statement. And I think the first step is getting off of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. We got to go next-gen exclusive. We've got to really start pushing the boundaries. So, again, it's always what I'm about. Have fun. To my Avengers, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for sponsoring this channel. If you're willing and able, please consider assembling with us on our Patreon and become an Avenger today. And while you are checking out the links in the description below, please join our amazing Discord community. We have an invitation link. And you can order my debut novel, 89 Instrument of Destruction, which is available on Amazon now. To my Avengers, again, thank you so much. Your comic will be dropping next week, so make sure you check for that in the Discord. And again, I'm very excited for this month's comic. Looking forward to talking with you about it. And again, please consider, dropping into the super chat, the exclusive Avengers chat and stuff. I love talking the comics that we're reading and things like that, but do please drop in. Don't be shy. To everyone, thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Please like this video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share our content across social media and with your friends. Above all else and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone.